Talk about grabbing defeat out of the jaws of victory. Talk about ruining a good thing. The WNBA and the woke women who run it know how to destroy a good thing. This is a good thing. This is Sophie Cunningham after her game 2 nights ago in Indiana, jumping on stage at a local bar and singing Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue from Toby Keith. You go to a Fever game and somehow end up at the same bar as Sophie Cunningham, and she's singing patriotic songs and dancing. There you go. Everyone loves her. Listen to that. Libs have no answer to this. Libs have no answer to this. The WNBA should be doing everything that they possibly can to lean in to her as a star and to Caitlin Clark as a star. They're beloved. And look, for the first time in the history of the WNBA, people are showing up to games. They're packing arenas. There's obviously a culture war going on that also includes Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark because they're both white inside of a DEI diversity intersectional league that hates white people, and they happen to be some of the best players. And there's also the madness with the WNBA when finally they're seeing people want to write stories about them and go to their games, is inviting men to play in their league. So talk about destroying yourself. They're taking their newfound fans and kicking them out. Here's a mother and a daughter. Today's Atlanta Dream Fever game. Local mom and a daughter were told that they had to cover up their T-shirts from XXXY Athletics. And of course, this is a brand that just says, genetics are real. God created us with genetics. You'll never be able to fix it. Meaning you can't, no amount of plastic surgery, no amount of makeup or lipstick that you wear is going to change what your chromosomes are at the base level. And so this is a local mother and daughter who were harassed, and a security guard told them that they had to put on a provided T-shirt over their shirts or they would be escorted out. They would be dragged out. You can see here the actual security guard coming in and forcing them to put on these different T-shirts. So they literally clothed them. Surprised it wasn't a burqa, surprised it wasn't a hijab. They literally came in and said, you are wearing inappropriate clothing. Well, why is genetics so inappropriate to the league? The WNBA doesn't know what a woman is, but they know what chromosomes are. So they actually do know what a woman is, right? And as we talked about yesterday, there's a reason. There's a reason why. It's probably because men are playing in the WNBA right now. We don't know exactly who. We have some guesses, but that's probably why. They don't want to actually define the chromosome or do chromosome tests in the WNBA because it would expose the entire league as a fraud anyway. Anyway, WNBA ejection. WNBA throws arena security under the bus in stunning admission after mom and daughter were threatened with ejection for pro women's shirt. That's what you're doing. You're running a pro women's operation, and that's illegal inside of the WNBA. Isn't that insane? Look at this. The Atlanta Dream believes in creating a safe and inclusive environment for everyone. Unfortunately, last night's game, WNBA security took actions that fell short of the standard. At no point was the Dream personnel involved in the decision made by the WNBA. The league issued a statement earlier today. The WNBA is aware of interactions last night at Atlanta where fans were asked by league security to cover up their shirts. This should not have happened. Oh, so now it's the Atlanta team that's saying the WNBA did this. WNBA is now backtracking. Incredible. Amazing. This is the whole monster is in charge of all of it, right? WNBA commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Mother and daughter paid $1,000 to attend the Indiana Fever versus Atlanta Dream game. And they were kicked out.
Cover up our XXXY shirts at this game.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
They gave us shirts.
They gave us T-shirts
I threw mine.
during overtime and told us we had to leave.
And this is for the girl.
Or cover our shirts. This just happened.
Where were you sitting?
Floor.
4-3, bro.
Look at this. I love this in this video. Look at this absolute beast. Unhealthy, unattractive, miserable, childless beast who's like flips off the interviewer. You're at a WNBA game. These women are wearing shirts in favor of women's sports, and the left can't take it.
C.
Yeah.
Third row of floor 3.
So anyway, this has become a national news story. WNBA can't handle it. I'm pretty sure that we're like 90-10, 95-5 on men and women's sports. Common sense. That's all we're asking for.
You know, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're like 90-10, 95-5 issue on men and women's sports, but that 5 or 10% is so loud against us. And it makes no sense. Like, common sense, people. Like, that's all we're asking for.
WNBA official response. Unserious league continues a generational run. The WNBA is aware of the interaction last night. Atlanta fans were asked by the league security to cover their shirts. This should not have happened. That's it. That's all I say. Should not have happened. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. The league can't go a single week without creating another massive controversy. They refuse to acknowledge basic biology, define a woman, and now they put the Atlanta Dream in a very, very bad position. It's amazing how safe and inclusive environment for everyone never means conservatives. Never means that. Incredible. It never means for these women who are standing up for the genetic biology that God made us all with. Incredible. Mother and daughter lose $1,000 seats. Could you imagine paying $1,000 to go see the worst basketball of your life? Anyway, this is the brand right here, XXXY Athletics. We're going to wear more to the WNBA games. Obviously, that's what's going to happen now. Same people offended by genetic shirts spent years telling everybody to trust the science during COVID. That's right. Oh, man. Although there was somebody, look at this, somebody spotted this. Trans kids belong in sports. Trans kids belong. So nobody asked her to cover up. Isn't that amazing? Wow. This comes, chromosomes are not political. That's right. This comes as Inez Cantor, of course, has said he's going to play in the WNBA and play by the rules that they created. Make them play by their own rules. They're not going to play by God's rules, right? So make them play by their own rules. Here's Inez.
As plainly spoken as you can, I'm going to ask you a question that I think everybody in America, in fact, I think everybody in the world would like an answer to. Are you a woman?
Next spring, I'm going to take my talents and join the WNBA.
But Dennis, you'll be taking an opportunity away from a woman.
Coach, by their rules, if I step on that court and identify as a woman, I am allowed to play, and I am prepared to play. These are the rules that they created.